Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch. And the good son, the son that went to Tennessee because he loves his mother and even went to Olive Garden again. Nick.
Glad to be here. If anybody wants any recommendations, any reviews, anything like that, make sure you email or any dating advice, email Erica at ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com. I keep doing I done this for so long I forgot the damn email almost. Jeez.
I know it's been 2 weeks. And actually, before we get too much further in, so Kathy brought something up to me tonight. Kathy and I went to dinner tonight, and I noticed it. She was watching the she was watching the interview with Jessa Flux, which if you guys want to see the visual part of the interview, you can see that on YouTube or you can listen to it on Spotify. But she goes, Erica, you said there we finally got Nick to turn his camera on. And she goes, I fast forwarded through that whole thing and I never saw Nick once. I said, Kathy, I know I could see him. Jessica could see him, but the motherfucker hit himself from the rest of everybody. I'm like, God damn you.
Yep. I'm just really good at technology. That's all it is.
I was like, Kathy, I swear to God, he had his camera on because I saw him. But yeah, so she had
Well,
to say
because
something about that.
yeah. Oh well. Well, because I know how Zoom works and these other things work and how they record and things like that. So I was just kind of like, I know what I can do. Like I'm sure you like once again, like you could see me, but like I wasn't recorded on said, on said interview. So I'm just like a voice in the background sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Which is what I wanted to be. You were way better interviewing, even though I had like cards set up and I was texting you and things like that. I was just like, no, you're doing a good job. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore.
Yeah, well, I actually researched her before the
Yeah,
interview.
you
So
downloaded her dossier.
I did. I did. I cyber stalked her first. So, and which
See,
we will do with our next guest, whoever that might be.
see. When you do it, you do research. When I do it, it's stalking. There's a big difference here.
Yep, yep. Oh, I love it.
I mean,
I love it.
I was just buying her OnlyFans for research. That's all I was doing.
Yeah, it so you bought it a while ago. It was research. We knew this was coming. I'm sorry I called you out for that too. I probably shouldn't have told her you subscribe. After I said it, I'm like, oh my God, she probably
I mean,
thinks great.
I'm sure she's used to it. I'm sure she has guys come up to her and be like, "I love your OnlyFans." People like that. So I'm sure she's used to it.
Oh my God.
You know.
Yeah, that was, oh, and Nick subscribes to your OnlyFans.
I mean,
I thought, oh God, that's so
it
tacky.
didn't phase her. It really didn't phase her. She's like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah, she was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
God.
God, she was
The
funny.
only thing I'm always concerned about with when people do that is just like I always see that them like and it's the majority of them who are kind of successful on it. They seem to just start buying things they don't need, and then at some point their fame fades on there, and then they're just like, well, I don't know where all my money went. I'm like, just well, quit. Well, when you bought
Uh,
4 Gucci purses, like that's where it went.
yep,
Maybe
yep.
if you had like saved something, you would have been a little bit
Hmm.
or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I saw a meme the other day. God, it was actually kind of funny. It said it had some girl like, in the camera, and I know she was joking, but she goes, God, what was it? Something about it's pretty bad when your OnlyFans fails or something like that. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. It's like a it's pretty bad when your OnlyFans fails because dudes will like will pay for anything or whatever, something like that. Yeah,
And
I've seen
I
that
was
one.
like, oh, that's true. That's pretty bad. You can't even give that shit away. Oh God. Which speaking of trying to give it away, oh well, maybe we should do our cards first.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do. Let's do our bachelorette party cards. Did you like? I actually didn't have the cards with me with Jessa. I did a Google search. I had all kinds of links for different cards and different bachelorette
Oh my
questions
God.
and things like that. Yeah,
Well,
I
you
did.
just you were
Don't
just
play around, man.
yeah, no, you were just incredibly prepared. It was wonderful.
Oh, oh. Have you ever dumped someone? Basically broke their heart. Yeah, that's not even a fun
I
one.
mean, recently with that girl I was trying to date, I mean, who I was trying to get a date with that I talked about a couple of week or a few episodes ago that was local. I kind of just cut it off with her. I guess that's dumping, but we didn't really go out at all. We just were trying to meet and
Wow.
it just didn't work out. No, I've always been the dumpy. So,
Yeah, I usually I don't like them. I don't want to be with them. I tolerate a lot of shit, but it's because I don't want to be the one breaking up with them. But God, I know I've broke hearts just because I'm not a nice person. But like for me to say this is not working, trying to think. I don't know that I've ever broke up like that with somebody. I think I just probably ghosted them.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want you no more.
Yeah, no, that's and like, yeah, that's I don't know. I need to quit doing that. I need to quit ghosting people. It's not nice. It's really not
I
nice.
know it's not nice. And I get so mad when somebody does it to me. I
Yeah.
had a guy once try to break up with me by text message, and I say try because I drove out to his house and he lived with his parents, knocked on the door, and I said, "You want to dump me? You're going to say it to my face." And he's at home with his parents and shit. I'm psycho. I can't help it. I did it
Oh my
too.
God. I mean, yeah, I mean that's really funny, but also good. You had to see you had to look you in your eyes and be like, it's not
Yeah.
working out.
But see, I would never do that. Like if some guy showed up at my house, why are you ghosting me? I would be in my house hiding, like
He
peeking
turn off
out
the
the
lights and
windows and
everything like
shit.
that.
I would. Shh. Quiet, everyone.
You
Silence, kitties.
you'd go to the circuit breaker and pull the big one and just be like, everything's off, nothing's working.
I'm not home. I don't know what you're talking about with those cars.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yep, that's what I would do. All right. This is a really stupid one. Are these cards old or what? Have you ever masturbated to internet porn? That's where all the porn
No,
is
never.
now. I
No,
mean,
no, never. No, never.
that's so fucking stupid.
It's really dated.
Oh, well, these are stupid cards now. Have you ever discussed masturbation with the opposite sex? Well, I don't know, Nick. Have we ever talked about masturbation?
I don't know, in
Oh,
in our almost 70 episodes now, probably not. No, 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 no,
those
never.
cards are
Never.
stupid. I'm gonna put them in there. Oh, stupid cards. All right, what we got here? Obey the rules. Yeah, remember our 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
All right, let's do one of these cards. Yeah, put all the cards we've used in this Ziploc baggie.
That's good.
It is not my night. Which friend is always the first to open the wine? Who the fuck gives a shit as long as we drink it? What the fuck?
That's such a
I
female
don't even
centric.
drink
That's
wine.
such a female centric question. I swear to God. Are you
God,
not
in this.
you're not a wine drinker? What is your alcohol of choice?
Uh Captain, or any kind of rum, really.
Gotcha.
Spiced rum, especially whiskey, bourbon. Yeah. The liquor. I'm not a
Okay.
wine drinker. I'm a liquor drinker. Name the friend that's most likely to have a guilty secret.
I do have one. I do have one that you haven't met. And we
Oh,
went to his wedding, and he's actually having a kid now. But he's a responsible dude. Love the guy. He's really really good. He's a really good person. But it was funny because we went to WrestleMania with him in Orlando in like 2017, 2018 probably, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went from Orlando to Miami to go to a strip club. We were getting we went to the beach to get drinks. We went to a strip club. We went to a steak place to get steaks, and we went to a strip club. Strip club was called the Booty Trap in Miami. We had to take his wallet so he wouldn't like
What the?
empty his fucking bank account to some
Oh
stripper who
my
was like
God.
just showing him her tits. Like we had to do that just so he wouldn't like
Oh my
empty it out and
God.
like his girlfriend would find it. So
Oh Jesus.
he's probably the one who has a secret.
Oh
But
God.
yeah, I mean, once again, he's gotten past that, so he's happily married and
Hopefully.
has a kids. Has a kid in the way. So yeah.
Oh God. Actually, for me, I think it'd probably be Kathy. She's naughty. She probably got all kinds of secrets I don't know.
Yeah,
She
from
gonna
what
tell
you
me everything.
from the things you've told me, I'm just like, okay, yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, she probably does. She got
Yeah.
some secrets. All right, last one. That's so stupid. Which friend would most likely engage in sexual activities they don't enjoy, but are too shy to say anything to their partner? Well, it kind of depends on, I think everybody's probably done that.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Stupid.
and yeah. I think I think all my friends have done that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't want to lick your asshole, but I guess I will.
Yeah, I did love that you talked about that with Jessa. That was hilarious.
That was just, one of the questions I saw in my bachelorette questions search, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask that. But yeah, I can't believe how open and forthcoming she was. That was great.
Oh yeah, no, she
That
was
was
cool.
great.
She was very much fun.
Yep. And it pisses me off that my internet sucked there, but we were way out in the country. So I'm surprised I got any internet at all. But you know, maybe later on we can get her on again and then I'll
Yeah,
have better internet.
yeah. Or if she's at a convention nearby, we can go, assault her at a convention.
Yeah. Yeah, now that she knows us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We can go set up cameras and just, interview her on camera or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I just hope she gets the stuff that we sent her because she hasn't been home yet. I'm assuming that she probably has somebody picking up her mail. All I can think of is shit got delivered on Friday and somebody stole her damn packages. She won't be home until tomorrow. I thought she was going to be home on Friday, but she went to film a movie Monday to Thursday, and then she immediately went to another film set.
Oh
She
wow.
didn't go home. So I'm like, oh, well, I hope you get your shit. But yeah, well, she doesn't know it's coming anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I was gonna say, um, giving shit away. Um, I've been, before the question even comes up, in basic contact with that one dude.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now it's just kind of like nothing, but he's only listened to one podcast. One podcast. He thought it was funny and delightfully, how did he say that? I'm like, "You fucking freak." It was really funny and delightfully offensive. Um, he goes, "But I had to turn it off because it kind of felt like I was reading a diary and I was listening to stuff that I shouldn't." I said, "Well, Nick and I, it's kind of like that." I said, Nick and I are just having a conversation. So think of it as if you're a fly on the wall and you're just hearing these friends laughing and having fun." And he's like, I'm not a fly on the wall kind of guy. Like, all right, dude, whatever. I just don't think we're feeling each other right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and it's and yeah, that's unfortunate because what was it? The other guys you've talked to have been seems to be so the other guys we talked to have been preoccupied. Let's just keep it there.
Mm-hmm.
And I had hopes for this one. I did. I was just kind of like, oh, he seems interesting, and he's doing his own thing or whatever like
Yeah.
that. He's talking to you, and as soon as you texted him while we were on the show, I think a couple episodes back, he responded quite quickly. So, but yeah, I mean,
Well, as soon as and I knew as soon as he sent that text about going halvesies on, I see, I'll never get over that. I'll probably bring it up in every fucking podcast.
yeah,
Halvesies on a hotel room, and I hadn't even had more than like I saw him once months ago, like in February, and he wants to go halvesies on a hotel room in case we get frisky. And I'm not that kind of open of a person. Mm. Plus, I'm cheap. He should pay.
I agree.
I mean, damn, I'll never get over that. Yeah, as soon as he did that, I was like, mm, no. Eh. If I have to pay like most of my relationships, then I'll get somebody with a nice car.
There you go.
He probably has a fucking Lamborghini at home or some shit like that. He probably has 5 nice cars in his mansion.
Probably. Yeah.
And he was probably wanting to go halvesies to see if I would use them for his money. I would too. I would use that fucker for his money.
I mean, but also I was like you said, you just met him.
Yeah.
And for him to, I don't know, maybe my way of doing things is too too subdued. Maybe I need to be aggressive and be like, hey, I'm coming over, we're gonna fuck. Like maybe that's my problem. That could be my problem.
That could be.
That could be my problem.
Actually, that might work.
You know what?
And nothing else works.
I'm gonna try that next time.
Oh shit.
Next time,
Yeah,
if I match with somebody on one of these fucking dating apps, I'll just be like, listen, where do you live? I'm coming over. We're gonna fuck. Like I'm just gonna write that down and see what happens. I'll probably get blocked and put on some sort of like watch list very quickly.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Shit.
I will
Speaking of dating apps, I got approved for Ashley Madison.
Oh my God. I cannot wait. I really can't. Oh my God. So what is it? What is
God, I don't have my picture on there.
But what is it like though? Like what is Ashley Madison exactly?
Now it's just a fucking dating website with a bunch of ugly dudes on there, is what they sent me. So for those that have never heard of Ashley Madison, that's actually a Canadian company. And years ago, their big selling point was married or those that are in committed relationships that don't want to leave their partner, but want to fuck around on the side. This is the website for them because everybody on there is there for the same reason, to have affairs. And
right.
They had ads, they made tons of money, they had all kinds of followers. And then there was a data breach. Somebody, and they think that the documentary that's on Netflix right now, they think it was a contractor, a third-party contractor. So it wasn't somebody they initially contracted with, it was who that company brought in. After the contract was over, accessed the site and downloaded the data.
Okay.
And then that's where we found out like Josh Duggar was on there. There was, it caused suicides, it caused divorces, it, destroyed families, but that's because people got caught, yeah. Yeah, that's what it was for. It was an affair website and it was huge. I remember when the data breach happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it's one of those things where like nowadays it's so dumb because even if you're not a digital penetration tester, I know that sounds like a dirty name,
It does
occupation.
actually.
But like that's that like the well, it's either called pen testing or something else. Like it's you have like free things available you can use to like find out who somebody is for real. Speaking of which, there was a girl who was like following, well, I should say an account that looked like a girl, that was following me on Instagram and kept messaging me, and I was like, what's going on here? It was very strange. Like, and it was like it was very like quick succession messages, like very quickly. And every time they messaged me, it was like almost broken English, and
Mm,
I was like, this is this ain't working. This is something nefarious.
mm-hmm.
Has to be. So I was talking and didn't give any like really big details away, but I was like, I always do this thing if I know if I know it's a scam, I'll be like, hey, my friend sent me this really funny cat video. Do you want to watch it? And what it is that in the link there's another link that's embedded in it
Mm,
where I can once they click it and watch the video, I can get their IP address, their country of origin, what internet provider they're using. It gives me
yeah.
everything down to like the power level on their phone. Like it's free, but it's very precise. And sure enough, this
Okay.
person said that they were like in California, but they were from like Thailand or something. I was like, nope, this is bullshit.
Mm-mm. No. No. Yeah. I thought Ashley Madison with the lawsuits that they had to settle, um, because in the documentary it came out that they like one of their guarantees was your information is secure and you can delete your account. And see, the thing is, they never really deleted anything, which
Yeah.
it's fucking the internet, nothing ever truly gets deleted. But they're still around. So I signed up for the website. I don't have a profile picture on there. I didn't put basically anything. I think my description just says hi, and I already have 3 messages. I do. Hi, how you doing? Want to chat? Favorited you, and I've granted you access to my private photos. Dude, I have nothing on here. I have no picture. I'm 50 years old. My greeting is hi. I did say in the about me, haven't dated in over 10 years. It's about time. And I've already got three men that are like, well, we don't give a fuck what you look like, but hey, I don't have any, that is truly all I have.
Oh my God, that is just like just like the this and I'm a product of this as well, but like just male horniness as well, like just trumps every fucking thing. I swear to God, it just
That is
sometimes like it's just like
hilarious.
there could be a war going on around you, and some hot girl's like over there, and you're like, hey, what's up? Like you're just like tunnel vision. It's just like how it is sometimes. It's fucking
Oh
crazy.
my God. I am looking. This is the dating site you need to sign up for. I it's free to sign up, but you have to pay to like uh I think the guys pay on this one, so you have to pay to like write people. But here's one of the guys about me. You'll go home very well licked, sucked, and I love bringing a lady to as many orgasms as she can have. Like submissive, but if you're aggressive, I'll love it. Let's chat. He wrote me like 7:15 in the morning. What was he doing up? Woke up horny, I guess.
Oh, going up that morning when it's like I'm gonna message like 10 girls, see what happens.
Somebody will write me
Jesus.
back.
Jeez.
Oh God. That's hilarious. This is what we should do every time. Just who's wrote me.
Oh
Oh
God.
God. These are hilarious. But
Do I
yeah.
need do I need to ask a friend to give me like an AI generated picture of a female and let you put it up there? So this way you don't get like
Oh, that
doxxed
would
or
be
something?
good. Yeah, actually, I've already thought I need to change some profile details because I'm not real good at this shit. So I put like my real date of birth and the city that I live in. So let me change that real quick.
Maybe like the next biggest city over just to be safe, just to be safe.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
maybe so. I'm
Yeah.
like, why was I so honest? I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't.
No, I'll get a friend to give me like two or three
I should make myself younger.
AI generated pictures just so you don't get into problems. Yeah. because we don't
Yeah.
need we
Yeah.
we don't need you getting, you
There we
know.
go. Different city.
Yeah.
That makes it less creepy because I'm like, why was I? It wouldn't be that hard to find me in this town. Okay, how many people do we have that are? And I'm not that clever. Like my I shouldn't say it on the podcast. I'll have people like looking it up. Um, but it's here, I'll send you in the chat box. This is how not clever I am. I am just like a really stupid person sometimes.
Is it let's see.
That's my login name. Oh wait, I spelled it wrong, but you get it. You get the idea. So I can't even say it on the podcast.
Well, actually, that's not bad because, like, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can keep it like that. We got to change your picture. You got to do one or the other.
Well, I'm fine with it being like that, but yeah, I don't have a picture on there, so any picture is good. I didn't want to put my picture on there.
All right, I'll see if I can get a friend to like AI generate like 3 or 4 for you, just so you know you can not get doxxed. Oh man,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Oh well. What is it? We are. Oh yeah, we're heading to your a movie you're in. We're going to the premiere in June.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. That one is New Fear's Eve. So it should be huge. It should be huge. It is going to be an awesome movie. Um, and there's still tickets available if people want to go. Um, let's see. Pull that up here.
Yeah, because the reason I got the
It's
information is
in Owensboro, Kentucky.
yeah, and the reason I got the information is because I think I put money in to get the Blu-rays. I think what I did. So
Hmm.
that's how I got the message, and I was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna see if you're going. If you have the ability to go and are free, it's like, well, let's go together and let's let's go watch this movie. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's PJ Starks and Eric Hutchinson or Huskisson. I can never pronounce his name. Um, but yeah, it's their movie and it was great. I mean, I if you watch the trailer for this movie, the guy that plays the doctor, the killer, oh my God, it's fucking amazing. And it is a good looking movie. I just cannot wait. I think you'll really enjoy it.
yeah, no, I'm down for it.
Now,
I love how it has fucking Dave Sheridan full of Rose in it.
oh my well, I'm not going to say what some things that he does in the movie, but
Okay.
yeah, he is all improv sometimes. And
Well,
what
here's
makes it hard when he's improving and then you got to redo it, I'm like, I don't remember what the motherfucker said. I don't
yeah,
know.
he's trying to pull a Bill Murray. Actually, when I googled the movie right now, you're one, two, three, four, five, six person on the cast, but you're on the Google thing. It says Erica Dyer, Jordan
Nice.
Argento. No picture there, unfortunately, but you're there.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yep, you're on Google when the movie comes up. That's great. So, yeah, no, I can't wait to watch it. It's gonna
Oof.
be fun. I got my hotel room and everything lined up. It's a little. I'll probably go to Tennessee the day before and then drive there afterwards. It's a little far though. I think it's like 5 hours or something, but it's fine.
Why is my picture not on there though? Now, if you click on me, then it shows you like my IMDb page, my Instagram, my stuff. Why wouldn't my picture be on there? I don't know. But yeah, that's who I was in the movie. So
Gotcha.
that's pretty cool. That's really cool when people search for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah.
awesome.
I clicked your picture and the whole thing popped up. Even the Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's why I don't know why my face isn't showing, but yeah, Dave Sheridan was freaking hilarious in it. Um as always. He's always fucking hilarious.
yeah. Let's
But
see.
I can't wait for that one.
No, no, no. Yeah, it's good. I think you showed me the trailer a while back, and I really looked fun. And then we met the guys. Was it Blood Moon Productions or whatever? We met them
Hmm.
um at
Yep.
Horror Hound, and I love those guys. Love everything they do. They make a lot of fun stuff, so I'm down for
Yep.
it.
You met the doctor too.
Oh
The
yeah,
guy
I
that plays the
did. I
doctor.
did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
Yes, I
that's
did.
Jesse.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had actually offered to wear the costume to Scarefest, and they said no. I think it might have been maybe the trailer wasn't released yet. I don't know. But yeah, because he said he'd bring the costume. But yeah, that was Jesse. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
mean they did a phenomenal job. I can't wait.
yeah. It looks like according to the Facebook thing, 71 people are going. 112 are interested or whatever. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, I hope we get more because we definitely should. That'd be
Yeah.
good. Yep.
Oh, I'm sure you guys will because I know some people who are involved in it have a really pretty big reach already. And I'm sure they'll start posting about it when it gets close and we'll definitely, get some more people there. But no, yeah, no, I can't wait. It sounds fun.
And then
Yeah.
there's that after party. Yeah. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. You didn't know that? Yeah, the
I'm
the
actually I'm actually
movie,
reading it right now.
yeah, the movie's at 7 and then there's that's why I said, well, we're gonna have to stay. Um, unless we don't go to the after party. But yeah. Yep. So
That's
yeah, that ticket gets you to the after party too.
sweet. That's fine. That's awesome. I'm down for that. I'm down to I always yeah, I love independent film, especially horror films, especially people who make them in Kentucky. I've been in and out of that state doing the horror conventions years ago and I made a lot of good friends. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be nice to catch up with them and see, and just drink with them, have a good time. So that'll be
Yep.
nice.
Now the weekend after that is going to be the premiere for another movie. Let me read the message he sent to me and just make sure that it's communicated now. Um, I'm not going to say the name, but in Louisville or Louisville, yeah, it's Louisville, right? That's how
Yeah.
you say it.
Yeah.
I always get confused. Kentucky. The following weekend, June 22nd, there might be a premiere for another movie that I was in. They just they got to wait for notes back from the distributor.
Okay.
So,
I think let's see. I think that weekend I'm out. I'm actually going to the Chattanooga Film Festival that weekend.
nice.
I signed up for
Okay.
that. I signed up for that again. Yeah, it's June 21st to the 28th. I know, like it's funny because like they have it like in person and then online. It's very strange. But it's like June 21st to
Mm,
23rd is in downtown Chattanooga. I had a good time last time, but this and like
okay.
I kind of went as like on a whim last
Yeah.
time, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I saw a bunch of stuff I had never seen before.
Hmm.
Um, I was kind of lazy about it. I didn't want, I watched a few movies. I didn't watch them all. But I think this time I actually have a proper hotel room nearby, and I'm
Hmm.
going to be down there early for the whole weekend. And I think I'm going to try to watch everything.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to really absorb everything and enjoy myself and have a good time. I think they have a party going on that Saturday. I have to check and figure out that too.
It's nice out. Nick's getting busy.
I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. Dear God, what was it? Also, here's something really odd. My cousin sent me like this fucking new cologne that he's found somewhere, like wherever. He's like, oh, I sent you some stuff. I'm like, what? Because he had to send my glasses back from LA because I was really high in his car like last year and I forgot them.
Aw.
So and like they're kind of expensive and luckily we found them. They were in the car, so it's fine. But I just had to remind him. It's like, hey man, get something back. I was like, yeah, sure. So he sent them back with like cologne as well. So I have like he's obsessed with cologne and he sent me something that I'm going to wear whenever like I'm out and about. So we'll see how it works or if I
Are
get a
they,
response.
is the clone good that he sends?
Yeah.
Or
Here,
okay.
I'll send you the picture of it. No. No. We don't get like curb from like fucking Walmart. We're not those people. Unfortunately, yeah, like we're no, we're Like, well, we're Indian, and like our cologne's like, yeah, we have to send the really nice shit. We don't do the we don't do the other stuff. And he's the kind of guy who will watch like the fucking YouTube videos about it and get to know what it is and like really figure it out and like what all the notes
I
are
love
and
it.
things like that. Like he goes into like the fucking
Yeah.
science of it. It's wild. That's
Oh
what he
God,
does. Yeah, that's what he
that is
does.
hilarious.
Let's see. And there we go. Yeah. Yeah, but he sent me that. So I have to, yeah, so I have that. I have like 10 in my bathroom now that I barely use. I need to fucking get on it and use them. Jesus. That's
Ooh.
terrible. It's terrible.
Hmm. Well, you'll have to let me know if you get a woman from it.
Yeah.
Haven't
I doubt it, but if anything happens with it, I'll see. I'll tell you what's up.
you ever seen those commercials like a woman spritzes on perfume and then walks and guys like turn around to follow her or ask
Yeah.
her a
Yeah,
question? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
See if that works for
I
you.
also I also love that the opposite of that were like the Axe commercials for dudes and like that shit never worked. Because like Axe just had the most generic, cheap fucking fragrance just ever. And it's one of
And
those
I
things.
don't,
It's one of those things like when you like towards the end of that run of Axe, like you only had it in your car as an emergency so you wouldn't smell like
yeah.
a butthole. Like it's either I smell like a douchebag or I smell like an actual asshole. And that was like the that's what you use so you at least like
And
didn't smell bad.
that was always what like young men started putting
Oh
on,
my
at least my
God.
kids. So you never know how much to put on. And my kids would just
Oh
spray it
yeah.
like crazy. And I couldn't even fucking breathe in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like you just need a little bit. You
Yeah.
don't need to like drown yourself. God.
Yeah, you would just pour it on. You would just bathe in it basically. It didn't help that they had like the fucking shampoo and body
Yeah.
wash as well, so you just smell like a douchebag immediately. It's
Yeah.
just
You know what cologne I loved from back in the day? Um, I haven't smelled it in years. I probably hate it. Polo, the one in the green bottle.
okay. All right. No, that's classic. No, that's
Yeah,
good.
yep.
No, that's no. They still sell that. I think I don't know if they've changed the formula at all or anything. But I know they still sell that. That's one of the ones that like it's like cool water. It's one of the ones that's like a standard that just everybody can have and everybody can wear and nobody's offended by it. Like you know what it is, but
Yep.
it's very distinct kind of thing.
It smells familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, God, yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I would wear Curve a lot, and there were like eight iterations of that, and that shit lasted 5 fucking minutes on you, and then it just whiffed away, like it was fucking terrible.
Yep.
Like you had to like pour the entire bottle on you, and then like you had to pour it on yourself while you were like in the car, and then walk into like the club or wherever you were going to, and then maybe somebody would smell it on you. It was terrible. It was mostly fucking water, I'm sure.
Oh God. Sounds like it.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was God, it was nuts. Oh
Oh
man.
wow.
Hmm.
Ma'am. No, actually, speaking of kids, um, so last week was Mother's Day. That's why we didn't record last weekend. And you said that you guys went to Olive Garden,
Yeah.
right? How good was that?
Ah, God, I mean, nobody fought. No, there were no incidences, thankfully, but it was one of those things. And also, like, well, I'll get into this in a minute. But it was nice to be around everybody. But it's also one of those things where it's like my cousins and everybody. It's always a pain in the ass to be around them in that setting because we're always
Hmm.
acting around our parents, and it's just like we have to be like a certain way, and it's just not fun. I'd
Yeah.
rather just hang out at their place and we drink and just be ourselves for a bit. It's always just like that.
Hmm.
It's just I don't know. It's okay. I mean, I got to see my niece who went to prom, and I heard about that, and I was very adamant with my when my mom told me about it. I was very adamant. I was like, make sure she doesn't, because I was seeing some of the prom dresses that some of these girls were wearing on Instagram, and like
Yeah.
once again, like that's Instagram, that's the extreme stuff I know, but I was like. I showed it to her and I was like,
Yep.
make sure she doesn't wear this. I know she wants to look
Yep.
good. I know she's a teenage girl. I know she's in high school. I understand that, but like, don't look like a total whore.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know?
there's girls around here, like people posting pictures on the internet about, oh, my daughter's going to prom, and their butts aren't even really covered.
Yeah.
God forbid they cough, their ass cheeks are gonna plop out.
Yeah. There
It's
were
just
there
terrible.
were ones that I was seeing that were sheer and like just had basically
Ugh,
had pasties on. I was like, are you the stripper tonight? Is that you going, are you going to a
wow.
job? What's going,
And
like
it
some of
just
the,
gets me the parents that encourage it. Mostly the mothers, probably because they're trying to live through their children, but
or
yeah.
or they want the kid to get attention and become an influencer, because
Oh,
that's a
that's
thing.
true.
Oh, it's so dumb.
That's sad. That's sad.
So dumb. Yeah,
That's real sad.
I've seen some parents like, for not really force kids, but like, encourage their kids to become an influencer. I'm just like,
Mhm.
why would you want that? Why?
Mm.
That's terrible.
It's too much, man. I've been trying to increase like our listeners, and I my TikTok is has finally reached just over 5,000, but man, that's fucking hard. It's like first thing wake up in the morning, I would post some pictures on my cat's Instagram, my Instagram, post on TikTok, post on Facebook, you know. Fucking and that was just once, and you're supposed to do it like 2, 3 times a day. I'm like, "My God, this is terrible."
Yeah,
I
and
can't keep up with it.
yeah, no, and one thing I do hate, and I do come across them across my Instagram every now and again, are like the couples or like the married couples who make content.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not a
I
fan of that.
stopped following. I was watching somebody that was like that. It was a couple, and, they were doing recipes, and then I'm like, "Well, first of all, they're not very funny, and the recipes they're doing are really, like, unhealthy and just stupid." I think they were doing it just for followers. I'm like, "Uh."
Oh God, yeah, no, and yeah, and one other thing that kept pissing me off about going to this dinner is like, my mom was like, "Oh, look how much weight Nick has lost," and it was just kind of like,
Oh, she was showing you off.
but it's like to
Nice.
my family, it's like they don't fucking care, and it's funny because like a lot of them have like started the same diet I'm going on, and the funny thing is that like I'm stopping it, but I'm not. I shouldn't say I'm stopping it, but I'm going to something different that's a little bit more sustainable.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, you're not supposed to be on any kind of diet forever, like,
Y-
to lose weight the way you did.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, you still want to make some changes, but
yeah, and I've been researching recipes and things like that, and I've had a friend who's actually done it help me, and probably going to be eating more than I have been, but still like be in a deficit of what I want to be because
mhm.
I calculated the calories of what I was eating, and I'm just shy of like starvation.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I think starvation, what I've read anyways, and like once again is the internet, it's like 1,200 calories and below is like you don't want to be below 1,200 calories is basically what I've heard. And the diet I was on was like around 13 and
Yeah.
14, and I was like, shit. Okay.
That's close. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
trying
women, for some reason, our calories are supposed to be a little higher, I think.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
What are you
And
gonna try now?
well, no, basically I'm just going to do I actually have an app that's gonna help me like track what I'm eating and drink enough water and things like that so I can at least get this going. I
Mhm.
am still going to I am still going to work out regularly and try to walk as much as I can throughout the week because like that's my goal now is to try to get like 10,000 steps a day. And really kind of ramp up like the expenditure of calories and then like also not eat too much. But also I've looked at recipes that are very like I can make them like in a weekend and put them in the fridge or freezer and have them for the week. So I can just like, take them out. And also I've looked into the healthy snacks I can buy and or make and then keep them in the fridge or freezer and then take them out as I need them. So this way I'm not like um paying so much to this thing I'm doing every month, which is like it's been expensive. So I mean I'm happy I did it, happy I learned what I need and stuff, but it's just been incredibly expensive every month to like pay for their snacks I can get like at Walmart for cheaper. Hello? Yeah.
Yeah, I know I've started, gaining a little weight back. But again, it's because I eat like garbage. So I need to do what you do. And I struggle to even hit 5,000 steps. I am just so inactive and I still eat garbage.
Yeah.
I'm going to gain all my weight back if I don't watch it.
Yeah, it's a rough thing. I know what is it? Mom's been on it and she loves it.
Good.
Because like she's actually, she's seeing it go off and I think she's lost 30 so far.
Dang, good for her.
Yeah, she's lost 30, so she's really loving it because she's eating less and just trying to, and she's moving around more. She's able to
Hmm.
move around more, so that's, it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just, man, it's one of those things.
Nice.
And it's like it's fine. It's God. I'm glad I did it because, I learned a lot, but also it's just one of those things where like I don't like eating just one meal a day and just like
Hmm.
trying to do that. I can't do that anymore,
Yeah.
so.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to do is just eat one meal a day. It's a pretty big meal, but it's just throughout the day, it's like, oh, I'll just eat a few jelly beans. The next thing you know, I've eaten like a big fistful of jelly beans. So I have no self-control. That's for sure. So I don't know. We'll see. But it sounds like you had good time in Tennessee seeing
Yeah,
your
yeah, and
mom.
yeah, it was fine. I mean, it rained most of the time, which is kind of unfortunate. I was trying to go outside and do stuff as well. Um, but yeah, it's whatever. It's Tennessee, but yeah, no, Olive Garden, man. God. And one thing I hate is like my aunt called me. I think that early that Mother's Day, she's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to," or she texted me, or it was some communication that she had with me where it's like, "Okay, we're gonna go to Mellow Mushrooms." Like, fine, good, that's great. The thing is about the town we live in Sevierville, Tennessee, is like there are like five. My entire family's vegetarian, and like there are five restaurants that they can go to, but they're all people who
Yeah.
like do things late at night. So we
Yeah.
can only go to like two of them. And so, and the people who run the Olive Garden in that town are assholes. So I was like, hey,
Mm.
let's go to Mellow Mushroom because like it's pizza. We all like pizza. There's more vegetarian stuff for them to eat. It'll be a little bit
Hmm.
better. It's fine. But no, I had to go to fucking Olive Garden. Jesus Christ.
Mm.
I, s-
Well, I actually went out with my kids.
that's good.
Didn't didn't want to. So it was Sunday, and my older son was at his girlfriend's, and he sent me a text. He goes, "Hey, do you want to go to lunch and go see a movie today?" And I said, "No, that's okay." I said, um, I wasn't going to do anything. And he goes, "Well, no, his girlfriend um really wants us to go." And I said, "Oh, am I going to meet her? Because remember, I haven't met her yet." And he goes, "No, soon." He goes, so it's like, she's not even going. And he goes, "Look, she'll get mad if I don't take you somewhere." And I'm like, "God damn it, motherfucker. She ain't even going." Like, now I got to get up and shower and spend the goddamn day with my kids. And I had planned on just watching TV. That's what I wanted to do for Mother's Day, but fine, fine. He comes home and I had taken a shower and we were getting ready to go and trying to figure out what movie to see. And I go, "Do you want me to tell your brother?" And so he goes, "You can." So I sent his brother a text, and who was upstairs in his room, and he didn't respond. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. And so my oldest goes up the stairs, knocks on his brother's door, go in there. Next thing you know, down comes the youngest to go get in the shower. I said, "Well, I wasn't going to make him go." And Zachary goes, "I will." It's like, why do I have to spend the day with both motherfucking kids now? So we went and saw this long ass movie. It was a good movie, but we saw this movie and we went to lunch and walked around the mall. So I had to spend like 8 fucking hours with these kids. God
What
damn
movie
it.
did you go see? Do you remember what it was called?
Something about extra. I actually kept going on my side.
That's fine. That's fine.
I saw it and but yeah, God, I can't think of the name of it, but it was actually really a pretty good movie. And I hadn't seen a movie in the theater in quite a while. Um, and because of those shots that I had last year that really changed the way food tasted, I hadn't had popcorn in a long time because popcorn just started tasting like shit last year. So, and that tasted good. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. Um, but yeah, I can't, surely it's not out of the theaters at this time. Ooh, Furiosa, that Mad Max saga opens up on Friday. Oh,
Yep.
my son's gonna go see that.
Yeah.
He loves her.
Did you watch Planet of the Apes, the other one you watched, or was it like Fall Guy or
No,
something?
no, no, no. It was, I'm looking, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly.
Oh, that one.
Ungentlemanly Warfare. The
That's a good
Ministry of
one.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. That one is done by Guy Ritchie. He's I think the last 2 years he's done a spy movie.
Hmm.
He did one last year called Project Unfortunate or whatever. Unfortunate, I forget. It was something like that.
Hmm.
But it was with Jason Statham. Hilariously fun movie. Oh my God, it was so much fun. It was supposed to come out the year before, and then I think they missed the mark or something. I forget it was
Hmm.
something happened with it. But that came out last year, and it was so good. It was so much fun. His movies, I know he's really wanting to get into he's really getting into the spy genre a lot.
Yeah.
I think he wants to really work on the Bond movies really bad.
He's good. He's good, but yeah, his movies are really intense.
Hmm.
It was a good movie, very good movie. But yeah, we did that and we went and ate somewhere. So yeah, it was good. It was good. And my kid keeps him and his little girlfriend are looking at getting a place together,
That's good. That's great.
but they're having trouble finding a place. And
Oh,
like the apartment complex she lives in, this is bullshit. Okay, so her lease comes up for renewal in July. And she's in a one-bedroom apartment. They wanted to try to get a two-bedroom apartment. In order to apply for a two-bedroom apartment, now she's in good standing on this lease. If she renewed her lease in the same apartment, there'd be no charge, right? But because she wants a two-bedroom apartment with my son, he has to pay a $200 application fee and she has to pay 50
what the
for
hell?
the same apartment complex. And they may not even get it because there's other people that have applied. I'm like, that is a money grab if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
That is bullshit. They should, you're already in good standing here. Let's go with those people first, and then we'll rent out your one-bedroom apartment. No, fucking crooks. And then there was another place he's looking at, and I hope to God he doesn't do it because I'm trying to tell him it's stupid as fuck. Um, but he never listens to me. So there's this place for rent. It's a trailer that was fixed up, which it's by a lake. It didn't look too bad in the pictures, but here's the thing.
Okay.
You cannot view it. You cannot tour the trailer until you're approved.
Oh God.
No. And I told him, I said, don't you dare give them any money. Don't, at the very least, go drive by it. Yeah, but they probably have all kinds of people that are looking for places, and then July will come, and what are we supposed to do? I said, Zachary, you don't have to move out tomorrow. I mean, I know I've been trying to get your ass out for years, but I will let you stay a little longer. My God.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, Yeah, that sounds. Jeez. Yeah, I'm
Scam,
what
like a scam. Yeah.
it does because I mean even when I was looking for a place a couple years ago, like that's when my realtor told me that too. It's like, oh, we can look at this place, but they want and he even warned me about it. He's like, yeah, this place looks good, but they want you to be approved, and they want you to pay a certain amount to go see it. I'm like, yeah, fuck, forget that.
And
He's
then
he's
you'll
like,
see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, let's not do that. And like, it's funny because when you look at the outside pictures, like it looked fine, but then when we got there, when we
Hmm.
got to the complex, it was terrible.
Yep. And that's exactly what I told him. It's like, it's not that there's not a place for rent. It probably is. But if you can't even see it, because he goes, well, just because I'm approved doesn't mean I have to accept it. So it's probably the same with those where, oh, well, we're going to get your money for this application fee from as many people as we can that are going to, apply. And then you pay this fee to go see it, and then you back out. But you know what? We got, $100 from you or whatever it might be. And they do that to 100 people
Oh
or
yeah.
even 50 people. I'm like, no, 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 son. But
Well,
he ain't
well,
gonna listen to me.
well,
I know he won't.
well. Why doesn't she just get the two bedroom in her own name, and then once the papers are done, then he quote unquote moves in, and then he can be on the
Well,
lease.
because then she'll be violating the lease if he's living there with her. He needs to be on the lease, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
He
couldn't.
doesn't talk to me. He thinks I'm stupid as fuck and like I haven't been in situations. Um, yeah, he asked me for zero advice. And if I give him advice, he's going to do the exact opposite of the advice I give him. So
Yeah, because
I just,
I would think if she gets a two bedroom and then you come in and like as a tenant or whatever and you can go to the front office and be on the lease after she's gotten it, then it should be fine, right? Or am I missing something?
I, I don't know. I would
Yeah.
have thought, but I still think, yeah, I don't know if he wants to be listed on the lease and that's why, or what. I don't even know what apartment complex she lives in. But I told him, I was like, first of all, you're not in that big of a hurry. Uh, I know you want to get a place together. That's fine, but don't rush into it. Um, I mean, he's only been dating her since February. Don't rush
Oh,
into it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
they're
yeah,
in
yeah.
love, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm sure she's wonderful. I'm going to meet her next weekend, but my God, date a little bit first. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. God.
He goes, well, I think we can make it work. I'm like, yeah. And they might absolutely. I've lived with two men, and I told him this. I said, I've lived with two different people, and neither one of it was because I loved them and thought it would work. Both times I needed a place to stay. I had little kids, so yeah. And it might work. She's probably a very lovely girl. I just don't want them to rush into a place, a lease, but he's not going to listen to me. Hopefully she will. I'll be giving her an earful next week.
Yeah, that'll be interesting when you meet her for sure.
Yeah, he's never introduced me like this. I have not met anybody he's dated since high school. Probably because I really hated that bitch.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you told us about this on one of the episodes where like you told her to like fuck off or something and just like
I was gonna fucking kill her.
yeah, she was not your favorite. She was not your favorite for sure.
Oh God. But yeah, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I don't want them to rush into a place. And the other thing he's not looking at, like this trailer, I said, son, you can't even pick your own internet. You're piggybacking off their internet because part of the ad says you pay $50 towards the internet. I'm like,
Yeah.
this sounds like it was maybe a trailer on their property or some shit like that.
Oh,
Because what if you don't want their internet?
I
Do you
think what
still got to pay the 50?
I think what it is it's probably an Airbnb that they have to sell now because they're not making any money off it because Airbnb's gone
Mm,
to shit. So
okay.
they're trying to make it into this legitimate thing. And so they're just like, oh, we'll sell it as this. And like, since we have the internet here and we have the wire for it, we're just gonna like make you pay us for it, even though the internet's probably like not that high. It's probably not $100 a month. It's probably like 40, and they want you to
Yeah.
pay the majority of it. So
Well, and it's in the country. And I told him, I said, you got to remember being in the country like that in the back roads come wintertime, because of course it's not winter. So he's not thinking this. I said, when we get snow or ice, those will be some of the last roads that they clear. Well, his job, it doesn't matter if there's snow and ice, you better make it to work, or you're going to get points, or you're going to have to use days, or possibly get fired if you miss too much work. They don't care unless there is an emergency and they've said no vehicles on the road. You're expected at work.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I mean that's like, and like that's another thing when I got my place here in Atlanta. Unfortunately, I'm further from work,
Mm,
but I'm in a better area. That's the caveat. Like I have to leave a little bit earlier, but it's fine because it's, the area I'm in is nice and
yeah,
it's safer and there's a lot more stuff going around than there was over there. So I'm happier. Yeah, I gotta, get up a little bit earlier and leave a little earlier to go to work. It's not a big deal. It's fine. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So it's not that big of a deal. But for him, for his job, I think he needs to kind of prioritize, or at least like prioritize at least to a point where like wherever they're both working needs to be in the middle or in an area that is, decent enough that will get, plowed if there is snow so that they, he can get out.
yeah. Yeah, I'm like, you just need to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Find a place that's closer. It doesn't matter if it's in the city she lives in, which is about 15 minutes from us. Doesn't matter if it's here or closer to work. Just make sure it's decent. And for Pete's sake, let's check it out first.
Oh yeah, 100%. Even the first apartment I got here in Atlanta was like I knew it was a shithole when I got it. Like I just knew, but it was like, all right, I'm gonna be here for a bit. It's fine.
Yep. Yep.
And so that's kind of the idea. Like I was there for a bit, even though, like it really much entirely a shithole. It's fucking
Hmm.
terrible. But I still stayed there until I couldn't anymore, and then I bought a place. So yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to see if we have any more comments on the Facebook page?
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, please read them because they're, oh my
Oh,
God, that's
let me let me see if I can find them again.
oh God. Yeah, because you ran ads on that particular
I did, and
on that one.
yep, that's how it got to so many people.
Oh
So
God.
on Facebook, for those that listen to this, you guys may not realize this, but we also have a Facebook page, Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bee. Um, and we will post things on there, video shorts. Sometimes I'll post things about the movies, just kind of some rambling things. Well, there was a short with Jessa Flux, and so I ran an ad on it, and so it got out to a larger audience. And right now there's a bunch of comments. So let's get these comments here. And we're going to see what these lovely gentlemen have to say about Jessa and I. And I'm going to respond to each of them. And I am going to call out their name. So this was the short for the pitfalls of coffee dates, why I avoid them at all costs. And Jessa and I were talking about, I had mentioned, and I just said it earlier in this podcast, where that guy wanted to go halvesies. And then Jessa and I started getting in this conversation about coffee dates.
Yeah,
And Jessa
yeah,
said she wouldn't do a coffee date. So that was the whole premise.
yeah,
Should
yeah.
you do coffee dates or not? And Jessa was like, oh, hell no. And I'm like, my sister's the same way. She's not going to drive, 30 minutes to go get a cup of coffee. So let me get all comments here. This
Oh
one's
man.
not bad, so I'm not going to say his name. It just says, I hate coffee, but I am going to like it. And I am going to reply.
There's one guy, okay, I keep saying over and over again. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my God. Jeez.
And then there's this is kind of a decent one too, so I'll just like it and reply. It says it's not about driving 30 minutes to get a cup of coffee. It's about meeting and getting to know someone. If you want to meet over dinner instead, offer to take him to dinner.
Yeah, and actually with the last girl that was in town that I messaged, I asked her, it's like, do you want, I actually asked her, like, do you want to get coffee, do you want to get dinner? And she said dinner. I was like, all right, fine. Because I took a chance. I took a chance. Even though I already knew the answer, I took a chance. Oh man.
So this guy said you have to drive 30 minutes to go 7 miles today. And that's really kind of all he said. So I'm just replying, not true in all areas. Um 30 minutes, in 30 minutes I can drive through how many cities do I drive through in 30 minutes?
I don't know, 5.
It's just about, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say four cities because it's at least. But Marcel Guardo.
He's got like the
Guardo.
most, he's got like the
Yep.
most comments and the most replies on everybody. I'm just like, geez, dude, calm down.
He replied, they over exaggerate everything. I'm going to reply, I haven't seen your penis.
Oh my God. Oh jeez. You should run ads for this one again, because like you riled up the fucking red pill group and it's
Oh my
hilarious.
God. And then this guy, this isn't bad, so I'm not going to say his name, but you guys, if you want to read their names, all you have to do is go and pull up this website or Facebook page, Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bee on Facebook, and you
Yeah.
can read these comments. I'm just not going to call out somebody by name unless what they have to say is pretty, red pill. This guy, I've never been on a dating site. Weird to me. They're terrible.
Yeah, they
I
are.
don't use them. Never liked them. So I just said they're terrible. I, don't use them, never liked them. Okay, now this one, God, he wrote a fucking book. Okay, so Brian Friedlander. The purpose of a date is to talk and find out about each other. Getting coffee is a good way to do that. If you want to do something else, that's fine. Suggest it. Don't ask cynical and pretend like his idea of a date is bad, though. It's not a poor reflection of who he is, it's a poor reflection of who you are. Also, most guys will try to pick a place in the middle distance wise, or they'll come to you if they feel like really being nice. Just don't expect a guy should do the later. And I'm going to reply, are you single?
It looks like he's got a female in the picture, in his picture.
Is that
Or
is
is that
that
a, I have,
a
no,
child?
that's his kid. That's his kid. Sorry, that's his kid. I just like blew it up a little bit. Yeah, okay.
Are you single? I'm guessing you are. There we go. Are you single? I'm guessing you are. That's what I'm going
God.
to reply.
God.
Um oh, Martin Moore. I'm not going to waste my money on dinner for a person I may not be interested in or that is only interested in getting a free meal. I'm going to reply, but I like food.
Well, I mean, and like, and even then, the way Jessa put it out there, I think she was on a, she said she was on a dating site. She's like, she literally was very honest. She's like, yeah, I just want drinks and I want to eat and I want to
Yeah,
test my material out on you. I was like,
that was
if that were
perfect.
me and I found her particularly on a dating site, I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do this because at least I might get a laugh out of it. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah, no, if yeah. I would definitely do that with Jessica because I think that'd be interesting as hell. But also like when we talked to her about it, and I started mentioning other restaurants, like, obviously she mentions Ruth Chris because every woman knows what that is now, or Nobu, and like it's just like those are expensive like 5-star restaurants. But like I started mentioning like Cheesecake Factory and the other one, she's like, yeah, those are fine too. I'm like, okay, good. We have a basis to go on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let me.
Yeah. Who else is on here that
Okay,
you
so
want
let's see. There's a good one on here. So I want to give them smiley faces. I'm gonna laugh. All right. So but I like food. I like that's a good one. Michael Dimmick, dumb shits,
to? Yeah.
and I'm gonna
Entitled dumb shits. I'm like, well, there's a
oh,
reason
entitled dumb shits.
there's a reason you're the only one in the picture there, buddy.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you really like stirred something up, especially with Brian
Thank you
Friedlander.
for
Like, yeah,
listening.
he was writing a paper there for a second, and then he stopped. I'm like, geez, man, calm down.
And then Marcel Guardo, again, he was one that had commented earlier, posted on Michael Dimmick's and said future cat lady.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, yeah, I don't. I don't see. I honestly don't see Jess as being a future cat lady. I mean, she's doing pretty good for herself. So you know, she's
You
got.
don't love Kitty? You don't love Kitty?
Yeah, your comebacks are fucking hilarious. Dear God. Oh my God.
And then looks like there's so this was a reply. I told my sister, stay off this Facebook. Don't interact with these assholes. So Kevin Bell replied, isn't that what women do every day? Shower, hair, clothes, and makeup, and you probably drive 30 minutes to get yourself Starbucks all alone, LOL. Or do you walk around smelly and looking homeless till you finally accept a date? And I'm going to say, I look homeless and own 7 robes. My son got me a robe for Mother's Day.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's not a good reply.
Hmm.
Oh God,
Let's
what
see.
could I reply here?
Um, you should reply, listen, I drive 60 minutes to a Starbucks and I still look homeless. I don't know.
Listen, I've been pulled over in my robe before. I have no problem with the homeless look. Listen, I've been pulled over in my robe before. I have no problem with the homeless look.
Oh man.
Okay, so let's reply to him. And then here's this, my God, this Marcel Guardo. This dude needs some like get off Facebook.
Dude, he needs a blowjob is what the dude needs. He needs a blowjob straight up.
Then suggest a restaurant or bar and suggest splitting the bill. Most guys will have no issue with that.
I mean, yeah, and I mean that's true, but usually on a first date, like even I know this, like, you don't say split the bill or even offer to because like most women will see that as like, you don't make enough money, you can't even, buy dinner and things like that, and you just don't want to deal with it. Like, yeah, I would like that's not something I would ever suggest on a first date ever. That's not something I would do.
So I'm going to reply first date when he asks. And I say, I think I'm going to say first date when he asks, question mark. So I guess that I should have gone halvesies on that hotel room.
God. The fact that
So,
he used halvesies like just still gets me. Like that was like
I guess.
I think he even showed me the message and it said that, and then I was like, "Geez,
Yeah,
okay."
yeah. It actually said halvesies.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
joking.
Oh my
He
God.
said halvesies on a hotel room.
Yep.
Never even went on a date with the guy.
Yep. Yep.
And like I said, if we had gone to lunch and he already had a hotel room and we had gone to lunch, and during lunch he said, "You know what? I've been driving around in this vehicle all this time. I'm tired. Um, I did get a hotel room and I'm not trying to do anything, but we could always go back there and just watch a movie." I probably would have jumped that dick like nobody's business. But the fact he said, without even giving me like a basket of chips, "You want to go halvesies on a hotel room?" No, motherfucker, I ain't going halvesies on a hotel room. My
A
God.
bag of chips. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh jeez. A
I
bag of chips.
mean,
Jesus Christ.
I will never get over that. That is the closest I've came to a date. And now I'm like, well, I guess we'll try again in 10 years. I
Oh
don't know.
jeez. Oh jeez. Oh man. Do we got any more winners in
No,
this chat?
that's it.
Okay, all right.
But we'll see if they reply.
Okay, but please, for the love of God, run more ads on this. I want more jackasses like this who, yeah. Oh man, that's good cannon fodder for for this. Oh man. Jeez. But yeah, I
So,
mean, I remember you told me about this and I had to go look at it and I was like, "Oh my God."
oh, yeah, that was funny. That was good. That was good. Yeah. And see, I think by replying to them, first of all, that's going to bring them back to the page, because
Oh, it
whenever you run
will.
an ad like that, yeah, okay, let me boost it again. I'm going to boost it again.
Yeah, please do because that's hilarious.
That was funny. That was really funny.
That's
All
hilarious. Oh
right.
my God.
How many days do I want to run it?
I don't know. Run it for usually I run ads for like a week. Like I just it's a nice nice amount of time.
And this one seemed to get a lot of response.
Yeah, because I mean you're talking both of you were talking about dating, especially the coffee date thing that's come up a lot in social media and stuff. It's always been a point of contention for some people. Um, which I understand it, but it's just also one of those things where it's like I've at least asked about the coffee date. I've at least put it out there. And I'm like one and one because one girl I went on a date with a couple of years ago. She's the one who suggested coffee, and we did it.
Yeah.
The last one that I was talking to a month ago, or a few weeks ago, I should say. God, it's my lost time. I asked her coffee or dinner, and she said dinner. So I was like, all right, I at least put it out there. But yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's it is whatever.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like at least if you give I feel like if you give the woman options like coffee or dinner, at least you're attempting the coffee thing. You're not like
Yeah.
you're not just giving her an ultimatum. It's like we're only going to do coffee because then it feels cheap. I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
um but yeah. I prefer doing drinks. I like doing drinks. I think that's a good time.
Yeah, and it just depends. I mean, if we're both in town or if they're picking a place close to me, sure. Sure. Let's go ahead and have coffee. If we happen to be, close to each other, because I may not like him, right?
Yeah.
But to want me to drive, like in my sister's situation, to want me to drive 30 minutes in the hills, I mean, because she's in North Carolina, you better give me more than coffee. Better be
Yeah.
some great conversation, but,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
yeah,
actually, that's a good point. Like, yeah, that's how I would do coffee as well. I do coffee in a place that's like that's fairly. Oh God, you're already getting responses, that are near her. You
Yeah.
know, I would at least ask where like what part of town she's near to, and then do coffee near her. This way it's not like she's driving 30 minutes to go to get
Yep.
coffee, because that's annoying. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would at least make the attempt. So,
Yep.
but also like it's also one of those things where it's like, you know, the reason guys do that is because it's low effort, low
Oh
stakes,
yeah.
you know, low stakes kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know,
Well,
that's
and I do understand the whole, well, I don't want to go out with somebody that's just looking for a free meal. That's probably somebody that has gone on multiple dates from a dating app, and then they don't hear from the girl again. You know, unfortunately, they probably had some bad dates. They paid for these dates and they felt used. You know,
yeah,
I understand that. I understand that. But you're on that dating app because you're hoping you will make a connection.
yeah, yeah,
That's the thing. Um, and not every woman, that's like lumping all all men together. Not every woman is just looking for a free meal. You know, when my mom was before she met my dad, she had two young kids, and told me and my sister, she said that if a man wanted to take her out, she told him, I don't have a babysitter. If you want to take me out, you'll have to pay for my babysitter. She would make them pay for her babysitter just to have the privilege of taking my mother out. And not only did that work, but my dad, did I ever tell you the story? I probably didn't
I think
because didn't give a
I
shit.
I don't know, honestly.
No, I might have, because it was how my parents met, where
Yeah.
my dad owned the furniture store
Oh yes,
and they were at an
okay.
auction. Yep, yep.
Yes,
So he
yep,
bought her
yeah.
furniture too.
Yep.
And he would take food over there to her kids. So yeah, my mom, she was poor. She pushed my older brother and sister around in a goddamn shopping cart she stole. So she had no money. If a man wanted to take her out, he had to pay for her babysitter and a meal and take food home to her kids. That's what it was going to cost you to go on a date with her.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and she always told my sister and I, she goes, you can fall in love with a rich man as easily as you can a poor one.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, it seems, and like, you know, there's still a lot of contention in the dating world. It's very much like a Cold War going on now, and it's
Yeah.
very fucking weird
Yeah.
because like, and I blame COVID for this, and I blame a lot of other things for it, but because pre-COVID it was fine, it was okay, like it was not as good as it was like obviously 20 years ago, but it wasn't bad. But once like
Yeah.
after COVID, it seemed like people had certain expectations and certain priorities and certain things they wanted out of the rest of their lives, and I'm just like, I understand that you're allowed to have that, but like, be realistic. That's all I ask for. Be realistic.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for.
Oh, I
Because
think we already got some replies. Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I saw it. I saw it on the phone. It just popped up. I'm just like, "Rrr."
Maybe I don't want to read them. I might have to leave this part to you.
Let's see, let's see,
Oh,
let's see, let's see.
sort by newest.
Oh my God. Let's see.
Oh, uh, Brian Friedlander. So his um whole thing was, don't act cynical and pretend like the idea of a date is bad. Though it's not a poor reflection of who he is, it's a poor reflection of who you are. Almost. Most guys will try to pick a place in the middle. Blah, blah, blah. And I replied, are you single? I'm guessing you are. So he replied, I haven't been single for 10 years. And I'm going to reply, 10 whole years? Whole years?
you're
You
just
must be,
you just love provoking these people.
you must be in your early 20s. I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of
Oh my God.
I'm proud of you, son. God, we're so going to get a reply from him.
Oh my God.
Okay. We're going to get a quick reply. I might have to quit interacting with him.
You might have to, because you're gonna get mad and just start going back and forth and just like
Oh, he's going to hurt my feelings. And then I'm going to be like, fuck you. Oh,
uh
God. Okay. Did anybody else reply or was it just
no,
him?
give it like a day. They'll reply. Trust me, they'll reply.
Oh, God.
The fact that you, a female, is replying to them, it's gonna be like, what? What did she say? How dare she? Like they're gonna
I'm
get
not
very like,
single. I
yeah.
haven't been single for 10 years. And he
I
looks
get
like he's 50.
I get pussy all the time. What are you talking about? Like they're gonna get real defensive. Like, yeah, it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, I
But
love
no,
it.
I'm all for stirring the pot. Like I don't fucking care. I really don't.
I don't know these people. I don't
Yeah,
give a
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, I was like, who cares?
You know what? If it gets them listening to the podcast, the way a lot of these algorithm works, if they're looking at the page, then chances are it will pop up for their friends.
Yeah.
Well, same thing with this sound. I do the jankiest things. So I have been at work before and I have had Spotify playing the podcast, but I've had it on silent. But I've had it playing in my pocket because some phones, especially iPhones, if it's in the vicinity of uh, like different uh, Spotify does it, certain websites do it. It will pop up on their phone as a suggestion, like when they're
Okay.
scrolling through Facebook,
Yeah.
because I actually had it happen at work when I was in Chicago.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all.
I'm not even friend. I wasn't even friends with this woman, and she's scrolling on her Facebook, and she goes, "Incoherent ramblings of a crazy bitch," and I'm like, "That's my podcast." I had it playing in my pocket.
Oh God. So then what'll happen is when I go to Dragon Con this year, I'm going to just have it playing in my pocket the entire fucking like 5 days I'm there when I'm around 100,000 people and see what
That's
happens.
yeah, that's what I did. It's just because these phones, people don't realize how much they communicate with each other.
God, I'm just gonna
I
do
mean,
that then.
fucking
I'm just going.
iPhones, you can just touch them. Do you know how many people ask me if I have an iPhone so we can touch them and just pass info? I,
That's how you get STDs, Erica. Don't do that.
not
You
touching
got to
your.
put a condom on your phone, all right? Jesus Christ.
My goodness, goodness gracious. All right, well, I'm going to switch back to my page on Facebook. I'm going to quit
Okay.
trying to interact with those
Yeah,
people for a minute.
probably. Give it like 24 hours. You'll get some more stuff tomorrow for sure. Um, God.
That was
Chris,
fun.
yeah, just calling people out, just giving them shit. Oh my
But I
God.
knew I had to bring that up. Where put my
Yeah.
phone?
Yeah, no, I can't wait for the premiere. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait for the Chattanooga Film Festival. It's going to be fun. I always like watching like weird shit they have there because it's very
Yeah.
like horror sci-fi based. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
Oh yeah. Sounds like it's going to be fun.
yeah, I am going to definitely go to that party as well that
Good.
night and
Good.
see what happens. I got to check out the theme and see what I got to wear to kind of, you know, be in there. So
Do
we'll
you
see how it
dress
goes.
up? So you dress up?
It depends. Like I know last year was like a masquerade thing, and people were like in nice like button-up shirts and masks and
No.
shit like that. So I gotta
Oh,
kind of
that's
figure
kind
out
of
what's.
cool.
Yeah, and like I had no idea. Like, it was my first time going there, so I didn't know. So this time I gotta actually look at the schedule and see what the theme
Hmm.
is and figure out what the deal is.
Yeah.
And if I can, yeah, I think it might be like a throwback '80s thing or whatever. I'll figure it out. But if I can, yeah, if I can, dress accordingly, then I will.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna
Nice.
not do that because I love a good party.
So what's up with Bumble? So women
Oh
don't, because you
shit!
sent me
Oh,
that article. Yeah.
all right. First of all, like they had some advertising stuff go out and it like fucking bombed and they had to make an apology about it, which I think was hilarious. Secondly,
Yeah.
what's happened now is that because Bumble in the very beginning is it's first of all it's a female owned and female owned dating site.
Hmm.
And her thing was like, she's tired of like dudes like sending random messages and dick pics and this, that, and the other. And she wants it to be, female empowerment and this, that, and the other, and like have females message first.
Yeah.
And it's funny because every guy who's heard this had the exact same reaction. It's like, okay, go ahead. Because the thing is that as a guy, you have to get like the funny one-liner or something like that to get her attention, and it takes a lot of work. Like when they're like, there's a whole algorithm we have to go through to like find the perfect one-liner to like get women to
Yeah.
laugh and like go on.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now it was in women's ball. Like the court the ball was in your court and you had to do it. And I swear to God, every guy has the exact same interaction, and it's always a girl saying hey or hi. It's the exact same fucking thing.
Mm.
I've never had a girl like send me a funny thing or ask me a
It's
question or
probably
be
fucking bots.
no, it's not. No. It's actually been real women. But every time I've gotten a match, and every guy who's gotten a match on there has the exact same interaction where it's like it's a woman's. You have 24 hours. The woman has 24 hours to message the guy first.
Okay.
And I swear, every message I've gotten, or every message my friends have gotten on there has always been from a female. Has always been like, "Hey" or "What's up." It's never been anything creative.
Yeah.
And that's why every guy
That's
laughed because
boring.
well,
Yeah.
and that's why every guy laughed when this app came out because we're just like you're now that women supposedly have the power and you're gonna make the first move, we'll see what your first move in. It's literally the thing they complain about every time. It's like, oh, I hate when a guy messages me on the apps and he says hey or hi. It's like you did the exact same thing you hate.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've changed it to where like guys can message first now as well. So but they also dropped the ball heavily because they had some advertisements to go out that were like, it's better, don't be celibate, get on Bumble and find your next match or
Oh,
whatever. And so they were like, saying, they thought they were being funny and cheeky or whatever, but they were just like being really mean and and it missed the mark basically.
yeah.
And so apparently in protest, people have just like gotten off Bumble.
Mm.
So now it's
Well,
like a
because
desolate wasteland.
nowadays that's, the world has changed a bit. So,
Yeah, and I mean, as a guy who's been on the apps forever, it's been little. I mean, there's been no luck at all.
yeah.
And I'm with the mindset now that like it's literally just a business they have to run to keep going.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. I'm actually looking into more events and things to do to meet people.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I think those are better because I can tell you within, a few minutes of meeting someone, whether there's some kind of attraction there. It's really difficult just doing it online or doing it through an app. I never have like that.
yeah, so
So
yeah.
events would be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking at more events, obviously going out more and doing stuff for sure. I think there was one I saw that is like it's for like Indian singles. It's this girl who does it. It's like these trips they do to these like exotic areas.
Hmm.
And I saw one happening towards the end of the year, and I might do it. I have to see
Nice.
what the stipulations are and what the parameters are and stuff, and I'll figure it out because
Yeah.
um even if it's pretty far, like it's in a tropical area towards the end of the year, and it's like I'm fucking down for that because I don't feel like being in
Hmm.
the cold anymore.
Yep.
It's fine. So I might look into it and see what it entails because I think even then like the woman running it says, I have to do a background check on you and make sure you're cool and everything like that. I'm like, no,
Oh,
that's
that's
entirely that's
nice.
that's entirely fine. Like I have no problem with
Yeah.
that. That's cool. Like I have zero problem with that.
Yeah.
I understand you don't want weirdos, like, in groups of people and things like I completely get that. I
Hmm.
understand that. That's fine. So
Yep.
I'm okay with that. So I'll look into it more and see what happens because I think it's a good idea because like I said, the dating apps I keep them on my phone just because like I'll get bored and I'll swipe and like maybe I'll get a
Hmm.
match here and there or whatever. But
Yeah.
usually and even now I've kind of like really refined on those apps what I'm looking for. Basically somebody in my vicinity within like oh God. In my vicinity in like, a certain radius. This way I'm not
Yeah.
traveling too far, they're not too far, and I'm not like having to take a fucking plane ride to go meet somebody.
Yeah.
So
Well, what I like about doing the functions or doing the activities, you meet people with some of the same interests. Now, when I was little, and we're talking real little, you don't have kids, so this wouldn't work for you. I don't even know if they're still around. My dad would go to Parents Without Partners. They had groups throughout the country, and so they would throw like these monthly parties So parents that were single parents could bring their kids. And it was great. Fuck, all us kids would run off and play. And these parents who knew, hey, I'm a parent, you're a parent, we didn't hate they got to meet each other.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. That's actually
mhm,
really
parents
cool.
without partners. Yep. Yep. He met a few women that way. Of course, I ruined it for him, but I told him if he started dating, every time he started dating somebody, I'd cry and tell him I wanted to move in with my mommy because I didn't like that woman. And so he'd
Okay.
break up with him. I was so mean.
That's terrible. Oh
I
my
did
God.
too.
You
I
were
did
you
too.
were you were the little cock block. That's what you were.
I was. Yeah. Yeah. No,
That's hilarious. Oh my
nobody was
God.
good enough for him. But yeah, it looks like parents without partners is still around. Yeah. Um, yeah, it was great, So those that are single on here, that have kids, you might want to look into that.
Yeah, no,
Just
well, and like there's a lot of I know there's a lot of single parents out there who always need help and stuff. So I mean,
hmm
yeah, if they can get on that Facebook page or even in some group like that, I think that would help out a lot. So
yeah.
definitely.
But
But
yeah, I think you are more likely to find a woman that you find interesting and you connect with by doing activities versus swiping on a dating app.
yeah,
I never have liked the apps. I sign up for them and then I'm like, ugh, people fucking lie.
yeah.
In person, you can kind of tell if they're lying sometimes. Um, I never have liked the apps.
Yeah. And I've had a couple of bad situations, so I'm just trying to, especially now I'm really like on guard and listening and trying to
hmm
figure out if somebody's like full of shit or not. But
Yeah.
also there's one thing that I heard recently that really resonated with me. There's a guy, this business guy in Florida. His name is Patrick Bet David. He does the Valuetainment podcast. He was insurance, now he's in something else. I forget exactly what he's in, now. But he's trying to get into entertainment. He moved to Florida from like Texas or something, and really good guy, tells it like it is. You know, he's got like 4 kids and stuff. Like he's trying to be a father and trying to run a business and everything. Like, really good dude. He said something that really resonated with me on like one of on Instagram. He's like, well, listen, he said, oh, I have, I have my friends who are like in their 40s and who are 40, 45, and they're on Tinder looking for girls, and it's like, they'll find somebody they're going to date, and it'll last a couple of dates, and then they'll
hmm
ghost them and it won't go off, and they'll on they're and he's like, oh, they're good guys, they have good jobs, they're they take care of themselves, they're proper men, but they have a hard time finding dates, and I was just like, yeah, I feel that that happens to me. And he's like, they're looking in the wrong place, like, he's like, oh, I found my wife. I was in insurance, my wife was in insurance, and that's how I found her. We were in the same
hmm
field. And he's like, well, look in your field, look
hmm
what you're interested in to find somebody. And I'm just like, you know what? You're fucking right.
Yeah,
You're fucking right, buddy.
absolutely.
So it kind of resonated with me a little bit, and I was like, okay, I need to stay with like the film marketing kind of thing,
The
and
things
be
that
in that,
interest you.
yeah, and
Yep.
kind of be in that area and meet people that way. So
Yeah, that's great advice.
then I was just like, huh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
So no, I'm kind of taking that to heart, and I'm going to try. Well, that's why I'm doing these events and wanting to go to the premiere with you and stuff like that, just to kind of get out and meet people and see what happens.
Yeah.
Not like trying to like find my one true love. Just trying to like get the
Just meet
fuck out there.
people.
Just meet people. Yeah, see what happens.
hmm
So
Yep. No, that's a good idea because you're really not going to meet anybody just by sitting at home or going to the movies by yourself. I mean,
yeah.
although I did have a pizza delivery guy ask me out once when he came to deliver my pizza. So you can meet people
he
sometimes
wanted
by
he
sitting at
wanted he
home.
wanted that he wanted that porn fantasy, Eric. That's what he wanted. He wanted that porn fantasy. He's like, I got a foot long meat for you right here. That's what he wanted. Okay.
He did give me a free pizza. So
Oh my God. No, he wanted he wanted he oh God, he wanted to get paid and then some. That's what he wanted.
yeah, I decided after that I needed to mix up where I ordered pizza from. I was ordering a little too often, I guess.
Oh my God. Oh jeez. No, yeah,
Oh.
oh God, yeah, I had to take a break from my diet yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, and I fucking got some stuff from a North local place. I was just like, I'm done with this. So
Hmm.
I had my fun. But no, yeah, I'm looking forward to these events. I'm definitely looking forward to the premiere in Kentucky. That should be fun. I haven't looked at the venue yet, but
I haven't either, but Eric posted some pictures on his Facebook page.
cool.
It looks like a nice size, yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, and even then the thing says the after party's in the lobby of the place and they're going to be serving alcohol, which is good, which is good.
Yeah. Well, and not everybody might have said they were going on that, because I know prior to them making the tickets available to the public, they had actually sent a message to everybody that was in the movie, the entire
Yeah, yeah,
cast and crew.
that's what I
Yeah.
figured. That's what I figured. They're going you guys are gonna get first dibs and then they're going to
Yep.
go out after that. They're gonna give you guys like probably a couple of weeks, whatever, to kind of figure it
Yep.
out. And then they're going to, move on to public. But no, that's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then like, yeah, they're probably gonna move to like, people who what is it? People who paid for the stuff to the Indiegogo and then go to public.
Hmm.
This way, like everybody
Yeah.
has a chance. But yeah, no, that's why once I saw it, I kind of gave you a message. I was like, "Yo, are you going?" And we kind of figured it out. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I didn't wanna drive down there by myself, and then you had asked me about it, and I was like, "Okay." And then Kathy said she'd go. I'm like, "Alright," because she knows Jesse, and it's just something fun to do. We like
yeah,
Kentucky, so
yeah. And like I got a cheap hotel room for the night, so it'll suffice
which
for.
I was gonna ask you, I'm kinda looking at Airbnbs. I can get a three-bedroom Airbnb if you just wanna stay, at the Airbnb.
Well, the problem is I got the hotel so cheap it's unrefundable. Like
Oh, okay.
I can't
Never mind then.
yeah, that's the problem. Like that's the problem. Yeah. Because I was using hotels.com
Gotcha.
to do it
Okay.
because like because like I don't mind traveling these days, but I at least don't want to fucking spend an arm and a leg like
Oh, God, yeah.
for hotels and Airbnbs if I don't have to. So
Yeah, honestly, I kinda look at all of it, and there's maybe I'll book it now because I asked you that. I don't know why in the hell it's so cheap, but there was, like, an Airbnb that was just gonna be, like, $100 for the day, and it was, like, a two-bedroom. Didn't look like it hardly had anything in it. It honestly looked like maybe it was just an apartment that was just built, and, they haven't moved everything in yet.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, it's $59 a night, $50 cleaning fee, and a $15 Airbnb service fee, so it's $124.
Jesus Christ, yeah,
And I'm like, "God, you can't even get a hotel for that just about."
yeah. Well, the one I found was like 10 miles. I think it was 10 miles outside of well 10 miles away from the area from the venue. So I'm gonna drive up early, probably take a shower and change at the hotel, and then make sure I'm there a little bit early before the movie and meet you guys there because yeah, I just yeah. Because I think I looked at it as well. There were hotels that were nearby, but they were too
Mhm.
expensive. Those Airbnbs were nearby and it's too expensive. It's like, I'll just fucking
Yeah.
drive. And I was
Yep.
just like, and I literally said to myself, I was like, if I get drunk, I'll just like Uber back to my place and then Uber to my car in the morning and then get it and leave. So I'd rather do that. It's a lot safer and it's fine. So this way I'm not like driving like an asshole around town or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and
no.
that's why I thought if we were in the same Airbnb, um, that we could, all just take an Uber, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And it is June 15th, right?
Yeah, let me make sure of that real quick. I'm pretty sure it's June 15th because it's a
I
Saturday.
think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. Oh no, I'm still on the Erica Dyer page. Need to get off. Let's see. Uh yeah, 15th.
Okay. Have you ever had an Airbnb host that like rescinded their approval to let you book? Because like, you know how
No.
some of them you have to send a request, like, I'd like to reserve, and it's like, okay, well, the host has to approve it. And sometimes, like, especially in California, I'll have the host message me back and say, ask a few questions. Well, why are you coming to town? And blah, 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 things like that. Well, in Las Vegas, I had sent a request and the lady emailed me back and I just said, is there free parking? She says, no, there's not free parking. There's paid parking. And she sent like this fucking like 3 paragraph, like, oh, well, if you turn here and you go there and it's such a lovely area and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I'm a shitty person. I asked a question. Is the parking free? Or if not, is there paid parking? I didn't ask for a history of the goddamn place. All
Yeah.
I did was ask that. No, there's no free parking. Yes, there's paid street parking. That's all she had to fucking say. She sent me this big thing and I replied, I did not need all of that. I just asked a simple question, but thank you for the information. And she replied, she goes, you know what? I don't like your energy. I don't think you're somebody that I want in my place. So, and she canceled my request to
Oh
book.
my
I was
God,
like,
those Californians
bitch.
and their fucking energy. Jesus Christ. You don't have good energy,
Like,
man. I don't know, I'm not into it, man. It's like, go fuck yourselves.
oh my God.
Jesus.
I was like, oh, damn. All right, then.
Yeah,
I
God forbid you ask a fucking question about parking, like especially in
Yeah, it was
LA,
a
like
simple question. I wasn't looking
Jesus.
for fucking where you bought your knickknacks at. I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to know if I had to pay for parking or not.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. That's so idiotic.
I'd already sent the request to book it. Either way, I was gonna get it. Well, I would have gotten it. But I just needed to know how much parking was gonna cost me, get an idea. If I was going to look for, because I certainly, if she would have said no free parking, I would have just looked for a parking garage close to the location. So
Yeah, yeah, you just asked to know, and it's just like that's it. Yeah, so I don't
I
know.
just, I couldn't believe that. She was like all offended. So I replied, because again, I'm a shitty person. That's okay. Thank you. God bless.
And you gave her the God bless. I love that.
I did.
Oh my God.
I did.
Jeez.
That's all. It's my comeback.
Yeah, those
Oh,
those
good.
those fucking heathens out there out west. Oh, jeez.
Oh shit. Okay, so I just sent the request for the Airbnb.
Okay,
I'm going to
cool.
be out in the boonies like you are, but it's
Yeah,
going to be cheap.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That's why I did it because I was just like, because even then it's one night. I was trying to find a place that wasn't like a motel. That was
yeah,
at least a hotel, somewhat decent, like not too far away. And I found one that's like 10 miles away. I'm like, that's fine.
yeah, because I looked for hotels and they were all like $170 around there, and I was like, good Lord! By the time they put taxes on there, um, and that was the cheapest Airbnb I found. So, and it was a 2 bedroom, which is what I liked.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, even for the Chattanooga thing, I found one that's like walking distance from the venue, not that's at the venue because the venue is like it's an old boutique hotel that's like expensive
Hmm.
as shit. So I just wanted one that was like close by. So I'm walking like I don't know a quarter of a mile back and forth. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's fine. But
Okay.
at least I'll be able to sleep at night. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of my
Yeah, and
friends.
that's really, I mean, we're going to get down there late, and the next morning we'll probably get up fairly early. We can go someplace for breakfast and hit the road
Oh
because we're not
yeah,
going to want to, it's not like we're going to be there all day Sunday.
no, no, exactly. But yeah, it should be fun. Oh yeah, there's one other thing. I don't know if you've ever driven. I don't know if you've ever driven into Tennessee through like Kentucky or anything. Have you ever seen that giant cross on the side of the road
Oh,
next
yes.
to the porn store?
Yes.
Well, I got curious. I think it was after Horror Hound. I know it's been a long time, but I went in there and I was just like, I wonder what the fuck this place looks like on the inside because like it
Oh,
looks
good.
it's like a gravel parking lot and it looks like a fucking strip club. Like it looks like
Yeah, yeah.
not a nice place. Like I went in there, like as soon as you walk in, they said like no cameras, no photography. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll put my phone away, whatever, no biggie.
Okay.
So I go in there and like the first thing you see is like the sex swing in the middle of like the room and like the middle of the fucking area.
What?
And I was like, okay, all right, I know where I am now. And then you go off to like, and it's a very open area where like the person who's in front of you on kind of a like 6'6" platform above, can look out and see what's going on. It's like, all right, fine. I know you probably had stuff stolen before, and this is kind of how you're more formative. It's no big deal. So I look around the store, they have like they have like a plethora, like the biggest collection of ridiculous dildos I've ever seen in my life. Underwear, bras, other attributes. Even in the case they have even in the case they have like bongs and they have like vibrators that are real expensive.
Oh my God.
And I shit you not, there's a woman there who's dressed very scantily clad, and I asked the guy, it's like, hey man, listen, I passed this place like all these years, like what's going on here? What do you got? And he's like, all right.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, over there to the left, we have a theater with, adult movies. We have an arcade as well. For so much an hour, you can play as many games as you want. I was like, all right, fine. And then we have like the girl, I forget her name. I'm going to call her Ginger. We have Ginger here who can give you, a massage or whatever
Oh
you
my
need,
God.
dance, this, that, and the other. And like, I swear to God, they had laminated menus with 2 sides on there that you could pick from. I was like, fuck me.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
And mind you, this is a Sunday, and he's like, oh, if you come back on a weekend, like a Friday or Saturday, there are more girls here, and we can, and like there were at least 4 rooms in the back there I saw,
Wow.
and I was like, this is low level prostitution, like on the border of fucking Tennessee and Kentucky. I was like, this is
Yeah.
wild.
Next to a big ass cross.
I was like, this is wild. This is hilarious, man. Oh my God, it was so
Oh,
funny.
you're gonna ramp up business for them because people are gonna want to stop by.
No, and I mean, and like I was very nice to the guy. I wasn't trying to be shady. I was like legitimately asking like, what's going down here? And he's like, this is what's going down. I was like, all right, massages, whatever, got you. I understand what you're putting down. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, oh God, it was interesting, but yeah. Um, but yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got.
I think we're good. I think we're in a good position. Hopefully we'll get some responses to that maybe boost to that short with Jessa Flux, and we'll
Oh,
have more comments to read.
I've already seen them come in a little bit. I was just like, so we'll read them. We'll read them next time for sure.
I'll probably let you read them next time because you can prepare me.
Okay. And then
I'll try not to look at them.
Then you can respond back in all caps if you want to or something.
Yeah, I'll save it till next time, so I'm shocked.
There you go. But yeah, we need our I think our affirmations card is all we need.
Yeah. Our badass affirmations. All right.
Hopefully it's a good one.
I'm grown ass and I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That's a good one.
I like that one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. All right. And on that note, any questions, comments, concerns, dating advice? ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com.